It is every NFL's player dream not only to play in a Super Bowl, but to have that one Super Bowl moment that all football fans will remember. For Tracy Porter in 2009, that fantasy became a reality. From this moment on, his life would never be the same. From having confetti and cash falling all around him, being the biggest thing to come out of Port Allen, Louisiana, and even had a different perspective on Peyton Manning. But with all the great things that came along with his moment, there were also not so good things that came along as well, like spending 5 seasons with 5 different NFL teams, dealing with seizures, as well as a racing heartbeat, and was even arrested. Today we're going to talk about whatever happened to Tracy Porter. But first we need to take it back to where it all started. Tracy Porter was born and raised in Louisiana, where he ran track, was a starting point guard on varsity, and finally decided to step foot on a football field his junior year for Port Allen High School. That year he played quarterback, running back, receiver, and also corner, being named to second team all-district in his very first year of organized football. Despite still being raw on the gridiron, he was offered and accepted a scholarship to Indiana University to play football and run track as well. He progressed every year from his freshman year to his senior year for the Hoosiers. In his final year of college, he made second team all Big Ten and finished second in Indiana's football history for interceptions with 16. Following his college career, Tracy Porter was invited to the NFL Combine, where he ran the 10th fastest 40-yard dash with a 4.39, leading him being drafted by his hometown team, the New Orleans Saints, in the second round of the 2008 NFL Draft. In his rookie year, Porter started in the first 5 games of the season until a dislocated wrist sidelined him, ending his first year in the league. The next year in 2009 would be the season that all NFL fans, especially Saints fans, will never forget of his career. Not only did Tracy Porter intercept Brett Favre to send the game into overtime, leading the Saints kicking the game-winning field goal to send New Orleans to their first ever Super Bowl appearance, but 2 weeks later in the 4th quarter of Super Bowl 44, Porter would have one of, if not the greatest plays in Super Bowl history. It was almost as if he was in the Colts huddle before the play that ended Indianapolis' comeback and sealed the Saints' first Super Bowl win. It could not have came at a more perfect time, after the team was a laughing stock of the NFL for so many years, and just a couple of years since Hurricane Katrina happened. Following the infamous pick 6, over the next few weeks, he made over $100,000 from guest appearances, and also had a street named after him in Port Allen, Louisiana. But after 2 more seasons with the Saints, he signed with the Broncos in 2012. Ironically, the same year the quarterback that he picked off in Super Bowl 44, Peyton Manning, did. Unfortunately, as we know, all great things must come to an end. That year with Denver, Porter started having seizures and a racing heartbeat, leading him to missing 10 games that season. The cause was never determined and just eventually went away, but the injuries didn't, as they just kept stacking up for Tracy. Over the next 3 seasons, he was tossed around the NFL, spending time with the Raiders, the Redskins, and the Bears. However, he looked like his 2009 self for Chicago in 2015 and earned a contract for 3 years, $16.5 million. But just 1 year into his 3-year deal, the Bears decided to release him following the signings of Prince Amukamara and Marcus Cooper during the 2017 offseason, being the last NFL team he would ever play for. If things could not have gotten any worse for Tracy Porter. Later that year, he was arrested for allegedly pushing and grabbing his girlfriend around the neck and face during an argument. While the police did a search of Porter's vehicle, they found a gun, a pound of weed, and a grinder. Luckily, his record has since been expunged. He has admitted to the gun and weed charge. However, he said he will never be guilty of assaulting a woman. At 33 years old, Tracy Porter never intended to retire. But with his legal troubles and his knee issues, he had no other choice than to hang up the cleats in 2020. Since being out of football, Tracy Porter has been helping his community and children improve and enhance their lives through education and sports. With his Fresh Start Foundation, he has showed no matter the roadblocks, you can overcome it. You just have to learn not to make the same mistakes twice. Don't forget to leave a like if you like this video and subscribe if you want to see more. I'm Hudgens Huddle. Be safe and rise above.